We got some breaking news. Testing 1, 2, 3. Welcome back, everyone, to the Humm Baby Baseball channel. Breaking news. Bob Melvin, my number one prediction. I thought this was who it was going to be. This was the most obvious pick. It's just funny how it happens over and over with teams in Major League Baseball. They try somebody, a little bit of a surprise pick, someone with not a lot of experience. Things don't go well. That person gets fired. Then they go with the sure thing. It happened with the Rangers. It happened with various other teams as well, where you go and get the guy who has experience after the failed pick. In this case, would have been Gabe Kapler. So now they're going to go get the guy with experience. Even though he's coming off a tough year with the Padres, Bob Melvin has been around, has managed the A's, has managed the Diamondbacks. He has managed the Mariners way back in the day. So Bob Melvin has also played for the Giants. He does have a Giants connection. He was on the Giants when I first became a fan back in 1987. And it looks like it is all but official that sources have confirmed Bob Melvin is the pick. Bob Melvin will leave the San Diego Padres to become the manager of the San Francisco Giants. Sources have confirmed to ESPN. San Diego granted Melvin permission to interview with the division rival Giants earlier this week, paving the way for the end of a contentious 2-year relationship between the Padres and the three-time manager of the year. Three-time manager of the year and ex-World Series champion, if you go back to well, actually, did he win a World Series? I don't think he was actually the manager, but he did win it was actually another former Giants catcher, Bob Brenly but he was a coach with the Diamondbacks back in 2001. That was quick. What happened to Wotus? Ecker, heard we interviewed the ex-Red Sox catcher too. So yeah, nice to have this out of the way. Melvin can help recommend adjustments to the coaching staff and get everything in order right away. Did we interview all those people? Melvin is from the Bay Area. Melvin is from the Bay Area, Palo Alto. So he is a Bay Area native. And I mean, the point is he is an experienced manager, so you can't really hate on the pick too much. Has he been successful? I mean, the A's had some really good teams. They didn't win a World Series, but he was with the A's for like 10 years. And since he's left, the A's have kind of fallen apart. I don't think that's all because he left. I think that's also because the A's haven't been really, they've been kind of in a rebuild, to say the least. I'm not sure what their deal is, obviously, and potentially and probably moving. So the A's haven't really been doing much, but he did have some success there, some success with the Diamondbacks. Like I said, won the World Series as a coach with the D-backs. He's been a coach since the 90s, going back to the 90s. And he did play for the San Francisco Giants back in 1986, 87, 88, when I first started watching the Giants. So I'm happy to have an ex-Giant back. He wasn't my first pick, but as soon as I heard that interview was happening, I didn't think it was going to happen this quick. I mean, the World Series isn't even started yet, and we already got a new manager. Bob, the best. Last time we won an ex-catcher from the Padres, we won 3 World Series. Good point. An ex-catcher from the Padres. We picked up one named Bruce Bochy, and that was the last time we picked up a manager who actually, I don't know, now Gabe Kapler had experience technically, but it was 2 mediocre years with the Phillies. We're talking about a legit, possible future Hall of Fame manager. I'm not saying Bob Melvin's going to be in the Hall of Fame, but he's got the experience. If he can come and bring some World Series championships to San Francisco and be the next Bruce Bochy, so to speak. Bochy's busy winning his own championship, or trying to. But yeah, we interviewed a ton. We interviewed almost all of our own coaches. Cafecito, que pasa mi gente? What's going on, my people? Bob Melvin, well, I was hoping for Veritek or Vogt, but Melvin is still a great grab. Yeah, I thought it might be Vogt. I heard about the in-house managerial interviews. I didn't really take them serious. I didn't think I would have been shocked if they hired any of our current coaches. I thought for sure they would go find someone who had experience, such as a Bob Melvin. And as soon as I heard they were going to interview him, I said, it's going to be Melvin. That would have been my guess. I didn't think they'd do it so quick. I thought they'd at least wait for the World Series to be over. But I think they wanted to have this done, so maybe he can take part in some of the off-season moves and signings. But Bob Melvin is the man with the freaking plan. We'll check out some of the responses on X, aka Twitter, and see what people are saying over there. But Bob Melvin is the man. And he does have a good track record. He's got a high IQ, smart baseball IQ, very intelligent, was a very solid catcher when he played. And he's got a lot of experience, and he's definitely hungry to win a World Series. The Padres wasn't a great match for him. All the big personalities fighting in the dugout and all that. I don't think they had the greatest clubhouse chemistry. And so, next order of business, assembling a coaching staff. We'll see what happens with that. Once he's on board officially, we'll see who he fires and hires, and it'll be interesting to see. You never know. But we're definitely going to get a revamp in the coaching department as well. And maybe we'll see Pat Burrell back as a coach. I heard some rumors. So it's going to be interesting. Maybe Chili Davis could be back. We'll see if Andrew Bailey hangs around. But I'd like to. I'm very curious. There's going to be a total overhaul of the coaching staff coming up, and a total overhaul of his team. And obviously, there are going to be major free agent moves. And this is the start of the dominoes this offseason right here. So Bob Melvin managed the Padres for 2 seasons, reaching the 2022 NL. Remember, they were in the NLCS last year, but missed out on the playoffs this year with a $258 million payroll. And he's replacing Gabe Kapler. Shocking to me anyway. I never thought they were going to fire Kapler before next year. But Melvin is returning to the Bay Area. He's happy here. He's comfortable here. He's from here. He lived here for 10 years managing the A's. Like I said, he played here. And this is the match that we've been waiting for. The match that we've been waiting for. Bob Melvin. I know it's not all of our favorite picks, but it is what it is. Matt Williams, who knows? Matt Williams has been with the Padres. He has worked with where isn't Matt Williams with the Padres right now? Matt Williams was with the Padres this last season. So Matt Williams could very well be on his way over here. That's not even a far-fetched comment, Jason Corona. That's actually, I would say, 50-50 or better chance of Matt Williams coming over here. Who do you believe wins Game 7? I got Philly tonight, Philadelphia Phillies and the Diamondbacks. I kind of feel like, if I had to guess, I think Philly will bounce back and get a win today. Because you got to think the Astros lost their last 2 games at home. Are the Phillies going to also lose their last 2 games at home? Doesn't seem too likely. I would guess that the Philadelphia Phillies, but I will be rooting for the Diamondbacks. I'll bring some of the dominoes with him. Bring in the dominoes. That clip, I got to edit all that out. I did hit a bomb. I don't think it went 500 feet. I did check up on a Google Earth. I tried to measure it, and I do think it was it did leave the entire freaking stadium, and we're not talking about a small stadium. It was a bomb. I don't think it was 500, but it was a bomb. Thank you so much. I'm flattered that he loves the flying squirrels. We're moving up here. We're moving up with the equipment, and we're moving up here in the world right here in Humm Baby Baseball. Big things are coming. But I do think let's look at the San Diego Padres coaching staff right now. And Bob Melvin probably will still be listed on the website because as of now, it's not official. There he is, Bob Melvin. Okay. Bob Melvin. Okay. Robert Melvin. Okay. He is coming to San Francisco. Let's do a little bigger look at this. So Bob Melvin, Ryan Christensen, associate manager, Ryan Flaherty, bench coach, Oscar Bernard, Scott Kulba, very familiar name, been around a long time. Ruben Niebla, pitching coach, David Macias. Any of these guys can go over. There's Matt Williams, third base and infield instructor. It's a match made in heaven. I mean, Matt Williams, ever since he's retired, I thought he would be back as a coach. He ended up with all the kind of teams. He was with the A's for a time. He was with the Padres. He was with the Nationals. He's been around the block as a coach. It's time to bring him back where he belongs, back where he started, in the orange and black. Matter of fact, throw him in the lineup while you're at it. Ben Fritz, bullpen coach. Brian Esposito, catching coach. Peter Somerville. It is just some of these names will probably – Mike Schilt is here. He's got managerial experience as well. So any of these names could be coming over because the entire coaching staff is going to get a complete overhaul. I mean, there's no doubt about it, no doubt in my mind about that. But here's the announcement over here on X. Bob Melvin will be the next manager of San Francisco Giants per extra bags. And Kevin Acee. Giants expected to hire Bob Melvin. It's not 100% official, but it is pretty much 99.9999. So it looks like it's happening. Thank you so much for that super chat earlier, Jason Corona, and shout out to Tyler Burbank for 11 months membership. 11 months membership. Heard the Padres are interviewing Gabe Kapler's manager. What? Could be. 5th World Series for Bruce Bochy. This day and age, you just don't keep managers for very long, and I don't know why. It's just the way that the landscape is of current Major League Baseball. You hire a manager, you keep them on for a couple years, 3 years, maybe. You don't win a World Series, you fire them. You do win a World Series, okay, they get to stay a little longer. But as soon as you go through a tough streak, they're gone. We'll never see a manager again like some of the classic MLB managers of the past, like Connie Mack, who was, of course, with the A's for like 50 freaking years. John McGraw was manager of the New York Giants for 30 years. So check out my video on the top 10 managers of all time. But nowadays it just doesn't happen. But yeah, Bruce Bochy, if the Rangers make it and the Diamondbacks make it, I don't even know who to root for. I can tell you if it's Phillies, I'll do respect to Philly. I don't have anything against the Phillies, but I'll be rooting for the Rangers. If it's Rangers against Diamondbacks, I could go either way. I'd love to see, even though the Diamondbacks are technically kind of a rival, I'd love to see NL West, at least something to look forward to next year, to take on the champions next year. And plus, I haven't. I was going to say I haven't seen the Diamondbacks win a championship since 2001, but then again, the Rangers have never won one, so it'll be really fun. Giants will not be outbid. I did see that. I don't take that shit serious. They will not be outbid for Yamamoto. Will not be outbid. Okay, so what happens when the Yankees give them $100 bajillion? Then you're going to get outbid. They just say that. I've heard it. We hear that every year for somebody. I'm over it. We'll see. I hope we get Yamamoto, but hey. Back in the house, Yoshi. Heard Melvin manager, Matt Williams hitting coach, and Ryan Vogelsong. I've heard a rumor. Ryan Vogelsong. Farhan was in Japan. Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of money. He can travel to Japan. I'm not going to get my hopes up on anybody this offseason, but I will make my free agent prediction video, and we'll see. Let's see some of the reactions. Melvin's on the move. Padres always lose. What's in? Interesting choice. Por fin salimos de esa sal. Corey Koski. At last we escape. I think this is maybe he's a Padres fan. Yeah, it's a Padres fan. He's happy about this. He's glad to get rid of him. Is this official? AJ Preller needs to go if the Padres want to win. Preller is the problem. So a lot of people do think, a lot of Padres fans think the Preller is the problem, not Bob Melvin. They actually like Bob Melvin. Bob Melvin's a great leader, and he's proven some great leadership abilities. He's got the experience, and this is what happens. They should hire somebody with experience. Kapler wasn't a great hire. It just wasn't a great hire. Breaking Padres to hire Kapler as their new manager, I think that's just. I don't think that's serious. Is there really rumors that that the Padres want Gabe Kapler? I don't think so. I don't think Gabe's going to have a job next year as a manager. I don't know if he'll ever have a job again. I don't know. I don't think he's terrible. I would have even fired him, believe it or not. I would have let him start next year and finish out his contract. And if it was falling apart, then maybe you make a move. But then again, I don't know what was going on in the clubhouse. Padres' next manager needs to have the cachet to lead a star-studded roster. No real allegiance to any team. I'm a basketball fan. No real allegiance to any team. Put the band back together. Yeah. Jim Thurkill is here. I heard Williams will come over to the coach third and Vogelsong is pitching coach with Kruko and Kite party like it's 1987. Oh, we need to bring all the 87. That is insane. That would be something. Of course, Vogelsong wasn't here in 87, but back in 1987, that's when I became a diehard, a real fan. Before that, I knew about the Giants in 84 and 85 and 86, but they weren't that good and really didn't know what was going on. But 87 is when I really learned the game and started to really become a diehard. And it was at that time when we had Kevin Mitchell. He was my favorite player. Let's bring Kevin Mitchell, man. Got to have a job for Kevin. Robbie Thompson, he's been a coach before with the Mariners. He knows how to coach. Let's bring him on board. Will Clark's already in the organization to some extent. Bob Brenly, he's obviously he's an announcer right now for the D-backs. Okay, we need to bring him on board in some capacity. Okay, Chili Davis, Matt Williams, obviously. Bob Melvin's the new manager. Okay, and I remember a lot of these guys. Kurt Manwaring, surprised he never got into coaching or managing. I don't know what he's doing these days. And then you got our pitchers of the time, Atlee Hammaker. Mike Krukow, of course, is in the booth. Dave Dravecki, classic Giants legend. Rick Russell was great, had a great career. Don Robinson, the caveman. What was his nickname? Was it the caveman? Now I forgot. The caveman? I feel like that's not right. Yeah, it was the caveman. I'm right. The caveman. Yes, the caveman. Felt like, yeah. Got to double check that. John Burkett. I can't believe John Burkett was, I didn't even know he made his debut in 87. Damn. I didn't know that he made his debut that early. That's surprising. John Burkett went on to win 20 games in 1993 for the Giants. So, yeah, let's go, man. Let's go with classic Giants, and let's go win some World Series. Padres fans were pissed to see Melvin fired. Yeah, I don't know if they fired him, but they gave permission to interview him, so they were willing to get rid of him. Bouncer putting the band back together. Humm Baby Kings, because it's Eric. Watch everything, Eric. I apologize. I got a major headache. I had a procedure done today, and I was about to take a nap when I got on my phone. I just searched SF Giants just to make sure there was nothing going on, and that's when I saw all the news. And also a couple of people on Twitter sent me messages. Shout out to you guys for letting me know about that over on Twitter. But I gotta, the numbness had just gone away about 15 minutes before I went live. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't have understood anything I was saying. But Steven Ortega let me know, and SF Sports Fam, Bay Sports Fam, also let me know over on Twitter. Thank you guys for letting me know about this move. Kapler, sweet babe, I'm a September baby. Jesus Cristo. Jesus Christ, my king is here. Brinley is bench coach. Let's do it. Let's do it. January, all day. Caveman Robinson, I'll sub Mick Toads. What's the name of the channel? Eric, when Sacramento Humm Baby Kings. How about Bedrock and Sacramento Kings channel? I haven't been paying attention to the Kings. I see that preseason has kicked off. They lost to the Warriors. They lost to the Warriors twice, and then they beat the Jazz. The other day, they play tomorrow against the Jazz, a home game tomorrow. Is tomorrow opening day, or is tomorrow preseason still? I feel like I'm not sure. I know it's in October 25th. Yeah, opening day tomorrow in Utah. I guess we got to start Humm Baby Kings tomorrow. But we'll see about that. No. Let's see. Yeah. Tyler, it wouldn't surprise me if he does keep Alyssa knacking around. It would not surprise me. The front office might dictate that might be part of the agreement. Like, hey, you can't fire our girl here, Alyssa knacking. Okay, we don't want no bad publicity. But we'll you never know. He may just shake everything up and let everyone go. So I have no idea. Wouldn't surprise me either way. That's the thing. Giants reinvent the wheel. Bochy used the same formula, strong pitching and defense. Question is, will they give Bob the money to win, or will they want him to win with the peanuts? We'll have to wait and see. Always knew him as a Padres manager. Yeah, he was with the A's for about 10 years. And I'm sure you watched plenty of A's games with him as manager. Probably just didn't notice. But he's been around the block. If we look at his managerial record, jump over to, there he is right now, 61 years of age, about to be 62. His birthday's coming up, so it's kind of a birthday present for him. Welcome to San Francisco. Welcome back, Bomel. But remember, he took over the Mariners in 2003. They went 93-69, so it had a great start. He might have won Manager of the Year that year. Then they had a really tough year in 2004. They let him go, and he signed with the D-backs. He was with the Diamondbacks from 05 to 09, and had a good year in 07. Other than that, he was okay. That's when he started with the A's. I think they may have let him go midseason 2009. Ended up signing with the A's. And look at this A's, 94 wins, 96, 88. A terrible year in 15 and 16. That was that time they went into like a 3-year really skid right there when they didn't have anyone. And then around 18 and 19, the A's were really competitive. They became really good, won 97 wins. 2020 was a short year. They still had a really good team. The A's have been good as of recently, like I said, but once he left, they kind of fell apart. Came over to the Padres. Had a good stretch down the stretch in 23 this year. Caught the Giants, but which was very disheartening. But other than that, he's not. He's got a losing. I think he's got a. Let's see. Oh no, he's got a winning record overall. It's 20-year managing. 1,517 wins, 1,425 losses, a 516 winning record. He has a winning record. He's got the experience, but you have to give him players. He's not a miracle worker. He's not a miracle worker. You got to give him players. So this is just step one. Mick Toads. I'll tell you what, if I go live tomorrow after the Kings game, I better see somebody show up in my freaking post game. If nobody shows up, that may be the first and the last. I ain't playing. Sounds good, Bob. Suns versus Warriors tonight. Bay Area is going to be rocking. Dave Rigetti's with the Giants organization in the front office. Oh, he is? He's already on the payroll. He was a pitching coach in the. I know he was the pitching coach. I didn't realize. I remember when he left. They said he was going to stay on, but I thought I vaguely remembered that at some point he was no longer with the Giants organization. But if you say he is, then we'll go with that. He is. He's still with the Giants organization front office. Well, good. In that case, it should be easy. Who wins the game tonight? Alyssa is staying. I would guess. If I had to guess, I'd say she's staying. I would say she's staying. There and always a few coaches who stay, right? They don't just get rid of everybody. They don't just fire everybody. We'll have to wait and see, though. But let's see if what's the deal with that? What is the deal with our current managing coaching staff? We got that beast of a coaching staff. You thought the Padres had a lot of coaches. We got a ton of freaking coaches. Bob Melvin is taking over as the next manager of the San Francisco Giants. Who's winning tonight? Phillies or D-backs? The poll is out. The poll is out. Thank you for all the members. I see all the green memberships. But am I taking a job as a bench coach? I'll pass on that. They would never offer a job to me. I'm not in the industry. I'm not in the industry. I'm in the YouTube industry. That's about it. So they would never ask me. But if they did, I would pass on that. I'm good with what I'm doing now. I'm good with what I'm doing. Okay. And it is what it is. But here's the Giants. Oh, whoops. What did I just do? Oh, yeah. Here we go. So we have Craig Albernaz. We have Andrew Bailey. I don't know if they're going to get rid of, who they're going to get rid of. Brian Bannister. Kai Correa. Is Kai Correa done? Kai Correa does kind of seem like Gabe Kapler's right-hand man. That kind of seems like a Gabe Kapler dude. Now, maybe he proved himself. Maybe he's got the respect and maybe he'll either stay here or get a bench coach job elsewhere. But Kai Correa had a monumental move up in his major league career from a Division III bench player to a major league bench coach and then a major league manager in those last 3 games. So we'll see what the deal is with Kai. I kind of wish they would have fired Gabe earlier. If they were going to fire him, you might as well have fired him earlier and then see what Kai Correa could have done. Wish you would have fired Gabe in freaking August and we could have seen what Kai Correa can do. But anyway, Pedro Guerrero, assistant hitting coach. Got a bad feeling about some of these guys. Dustin Lynn, JP Martinez, Nick Ortiz, Antoine Richardson. Will he be back? Justin Veal, hitting coach, probably gone. Let's be honest. A lot of fans have been unhappy with, and myself included, unhappy with the hitting. I don't know how much you blame on the coach or don't blame on the coach, but he's probably gone. Hallberg probably gone. Okay. I'm not sure if we'll get Wahlberg because I've been high on Mark Wahlberg, even though he's a Red Sox fan. Alyssa Nacken, we'll see. Wouldn't surprise me if she stays around. Tyro Umatsu, Alex Berg, bullpen catcher, Fernando Perez, director of video coaching room, and Brant Whitting, assistant coach. See, he's actually Tyra Umatsu has the same job as Alyssa Nacken, but nobody cares about Tyra. Poor guy, he don't get no attention. Okay. Alyssa gets all the attention, but for obvious reasons, but that's all good. Eric, what is they offer you to be the social media video maker? I don't need the pressure, man. I don't need the pressure. I like to work on my own things. I look at my YouTube channels and I decide what needs to be made, and I can work on it at my own pace. Sometimes I push myself to get stuff done quicker, and sometimes I can take a timeout. But when you're working for a company, especially a big company like the Giants, there's pressure, and I don't want to hate the Giants. And I feel like working for them, you don't like your job, you don't like your bosses, you start to have some, negative feelings towards your job. You end up not liking it. I would hate for that to happen. Humm Baby Kings link in the chat. Humm Baby Kings link. I should be able to do that. I still got to put graphics on the freaking channel. Humm Baby Kings. Humm Baby Kings. There you got it. Should have fired him before the season. Clean house on the hitting coaches. Happy with Melvin. Malone Lave. Happy with Melvin. Can't handle Kai Correa. Looks too much like Kapler. Makes my stomach queasy. Yes, mini-me. Alyssa Nacken should stay. She's also from Sacramento. She should stay. What you eating for Veterans Day? Free? I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. My go-to is usually just Golden Corral, but I always look at all the options and make the decision on that day. Honestly, not super hyped about hiring Bob Melvin, but I'm looking forward to him as the new manager of the San Francisco Giants organization. And it is happening. It is happening. Bob Melvin is the new manager of the San Francisco Giants. Get used to it. How long will it last? I don't know. Yeah, all you can eat. I can barely eat anything right now. I had to have some soup. I said I had a root canal just done hours ago. My mouth is still sore. The whole side was numb. And I was going to take a nap because I'm not feeling particularly well. But obviously, this is about as big a news as can happen. But yeah, Bob Melvin's taking over, ladies and gents. Breaking news per KNBR right there. There he is. I didn't have time to Photoshop it into a Giants uniform. I could have, would have, but I need to go live. We need to just go live, and it is what it is. We're going to need I didn't even have a chance to make videos like I did last time about all the rumors. I was planning on it because there were so many rumors. This person interviewed for a while. After Alyssa Nacken got interviewed, if you searched SF Giants, it's all you saw. Every single article, it's all you could find information on the Giants. So for a couple of days, I was like, I need to start covering this. They interviewed several other coaches at the Giants. They interviewed Hallberg. They interviewed Correa. And then they started to interview some outside possibilities, Stephen Vogt. And I was getting ready to, I was like, I need to make that video. And then boom, they hired Bob Melvin. And in that video, I was going to predict Bob Melvin. I think I did predict him on my last live stream when people were asking. Giants keep Alyssa Nacken. She does really well. The players are present. I like from a social media team. Yeah, she's probably staying. They're probably going to say a front office is going to dictate that. What's the first plate food you choose in a Golden Corral? What's your go-to? I don't know. I like the salad. As the starting point. Papa Chon! Last Padres manager got us 3 rings. Yeah, I know they interviewed her. That's what I was saying. What's up, David Knight? Nationals fan? Maybe. David Knight. We're going to need an explanation why the super expensive super team didn't work for him. He's taking on a bunch of rookies that need to be inspired. Hopefully the Giants front office fixes that and changes this team and gets this team set up. We need stars. We need players. Unfortunately, right now, as far as free agents go, there really isn't a ton of the shortstops and the pitchers like it wasn't. It doesn't look as strong as last year to me. But we're gonna have to do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. This team ain't ready, as proven this year. Shohei Ohtani, I feel like you go all out. Marcus Stroman, he has a player option, so we'll see. Hyunjin Ryu's getting a little up in age. Hasn't pitched as well as he has in the past. Clayton Kershaw's not coming here. Charlie Morton's getting up in years. Martin Perez, Lance Lynn. Lance Lynn looks a little washed up. You know, like I said, it's just not a ton of big name starting pitchers as free agents this offseason, other than Ohtani and maybe Stroman. But Stroman might, I'm not sure the status on his player option, but a lot of older guys north of 35 are what we're looking at as far as pitchers go. So it is what it is. Melvin is a coach, a teacher. You can't teach someone with multi-million-dollar egos. He can teach rookies or veterans trying to recapture their prior forms. Wainwright retired. Oh, there you have it. Wainwright retired. Yamamoto. Yeah, we're gonna have to go get Yamamoto. Just seeing your video on scandals would have flip-flopped 1919 scandal and steroids case. Well, 1919, I had to put as very high because we're talking about they threw the World Series. At least the steroid users, not trying to make excuses for it. At least they were trying to do well. They were trying to win. They were trying to get better. Yes, doing something, using an illegal substance to do it. But they were trying to get better. The White Sox threw the World Series. They lost on purpose. Players, can you imagine? I can't even fathom being at the major league level. And I know it was at a different time before the union. They didn't get paid as much. They wanted that money from with the gamblers. But still, imagine being a ball player, having a long season, fighting hard to get to the World Series, and then losing on purpose. I know it was just 8 of them, but it was enough to get it done. And they lost that World Series. So I had to put them pretty high. But yeah, no, Yamamoto is definitely one. Black Sox should have been number 1. I mean, everyone's going to have their opinions and tell me, this should have been there, this should have been there, that should have been there. That's every single documentary I make, every single last one, because not everybody's going to agree. So that's all good, all well and good. But I put number 1 as the gentleman's agreement, because you got to be freaking kidding me, right? Like 50 years, black baseball players were not allowed to play. That's pretty damn bad. I'd say that's about the worst it gets to me. But so yeah, something had to change. Eric, I'm scared because Lance Lynn seems Farhan Zaidi type move. Yeah, it does. That is something to be scared about. We don't need honestly Lance Lynn. I don't think they're going to sign Lance Lynn after his performance with the Dodgers and the NLDS. I don't think they're going to sign Lance Lynn. But let's look at all positions. Is there any really big power hitting free agents? Miguel Cabrera is not an option. He's going to retire. Shohei Ohtani is an option. That's the obvious big one. But I mean, anyone else? Javi Baez, if he opts out, I don't think he had the best year, and I don't think he's been as good since he went to the Tigers. I am not sure what happened to Javi Baez, but he hit 222 this year. 222 with 125 strikeouts and just 9 home runs in 500 plus at bats. What happened to him? The guy who used to hit 30 plus home runs with the Cubs. What happened to him? What happened to Javi Baez? What happened to this man? Ryu, Morton, there's something. Martine. Jock Peterson is probably not coming back. This is not the hottest free agent market. This is one of the weakest free agent markets I've seen in a while. I mean, people are wanting Cody Bellinger, and I know he had a good year with the Cubs, but Bellinger's a streaky dude. He gets cold and for years, and then he can get hot again. I mean, look, I got Longoria and Crawford's on this list. This is just a really rough free agent market right here. Correct me if I'm wrong, man. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do we have like top 25 free agents? But, you have to give Melvin some help. You have to give Melvin some help. Soto and Alonso. In regards to Baez, the league learned that he is such a free swinger with no discipline. They realize they can just throw him crap and get himself out. There you go. It took him long enough to figure that out. Usually you figure that out in the first couple of weeks of a dude's career, though. That's the weird thing. What took him so long to figure that out? So Shohei Ohtani is the number 1 free agent. Giants are listed as a potential suitor. I think when you talk about not getting outbid, I think you give him the moon, okay? I think you give him the freaking moon if he wants it, whatever it takes. There's Yamamoto. Obviously, he hasn't played in the big leagues, but he is a 5-time All-Star, 3-time ERA champ, 2-time Triple Crown champion in the NPB, and the dude could very well be one of the best. So Giants said they won't be outbid for him. We'll see how that goes. But if you can get both Ohtani and Yamamoto, I'm totally okay with it. Hey, if we can just get hey, they'll probably turn into best friends. So let's go, since they speak the same language. Let's freaking go. Cody Bellinger, third. Cody Bellinger went from someone who couldn't even hit 200 to being the number 3 overall free agent. And the Giants very well might sign him. I'm not that excited about it, but based on the options, hey, Matt Chapman. How did I not see him on the other list? Matt Chapman. Hell yes. Aaron Nola. Hell yes. Blake Snell. So there are some names. Eduardo Rodriguez, who turned down the Dodgers. And that was awesome to see. I'd love to bring Eduardo Rodriguez over. Lucas Giolito, off and on. And then it gets into kind of older guys. Clayton Kershaw's not coming here. Let's just be honest. I mean, I guess it's not impossible. Or Hershiser came here, but I at this point, Clayton Kershaw's probably going to retire a Dodger. Kevin Kiermaier, great defense. Kind of a Steven Duggar, except better. All due respect to Steven. Great player, but Kevin Kiermaier is even better. Sonny Gray, Reese Hoskins, Josh Hader, if you want a good relief pitcher. So there's some names out there, and the Giants need to be busy. We need to be busy. We need to be busy this offseason, and that's all I know. So what time is it? Holy freaking Moses. Let's get to some comments, and we're going to rock and roll. We need that Yoshinobu Yamamoto's yo-yos curve. Go all in on famous celebrities who play baseball, 94K views. There's a hit. Yeah, we needed it too, Logan. I needed that. And then I put out, and I honestly thought that one wasn't going to be that big of a hit. I thought it would do okay. And then the big hit was supposed to be Scandals. But Scandals is done okay, and the Celebrities is the one that took off. I still got hope for Scandals. Tyler Burbeck, give me Votto. If the Giants get Yamamoto and Ohtani, yes, indeed, that would be amazing. But one or the other, hey, one or the other. One or the other. Bellinger would be a huge risk on a multi-year deal. I'm not too high on Bellinger, but if that's what we do, that's what we do. Don't be surprised if we sign Bellinger and you're all happy. He comes over here and it's 150. Okay. AT&T, I mean, Oracle's not exactly a hitter's ballpark. I wonder if I can look this up, how he's done at Oracle Park in his career, but I'm not exactly sure how to go about that. On short notice. Ballpark factors, fantasy pros, maybe. I'm looking it up. Jim Thoroughkill, Eric, if they get Yamamoto and Ohtani, Farhan will be the man forever. That would be incredible. Yamamoto. I mean, honestly, when you're the only two guys on the team that speak a certain language as your native language, more than likely going to be friends, unless one of them is a total jerk. Papachone. Haniger needs to be traded. Bellinger will never play in San Francisco as a Giant. Oh, I don't think he will either. I don't think he will either. But like I said, the Giants, it's not a hitter's ballpark. So But Cody Bellinger, I mean, one good year, and all of a sudden we just think he's going to repeat that year. Why would you think that? Let's be honest. First year, he was awesome, won the Rookie of the Year, 39 home runs, 267. Next year, he was good. He was good. Next year, he won the MVP. And then at that point, we thought he was going to be amazing. The next year, he hit 239. It's like, what happened? Then in 21, dude hit 165. Under 200, well under 200. I mean, he was terrible. He almost got demoted to AAA. I don't think maybe he did get demoted. He played 5 games in AAA that year. I don't know if it was rehab or if it was a demotion. I don't remember, but probably rehab. 2022, he hits 210. The dude is washed. Then all of a sudden with the Cubs, he hits 307 with 26 home runs, and now he's the hottest free agent. What if he goes back to 165? I'm not willing to take that chance on a big 5-year contract, massive $100 million deal. Pass. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. Bellinger to the Yankees. I like that, Rebel. Maybe I'll predict that for my free agent predictions video. But let's see if trying to see if I can figure out. Here we go. Ballparks, right? Ballparks. Let's see how he's done at Oracle Park, just out of curiosity. And he's actually done okay. He's hit 247. That's not great. 247. 247 compared to his home stadium. He's hit 249. About as good as his home as he does at home. He's had 3 career home runs in 150 at bats at Oracle Park, 333 on base, 400 slugging. So he's hit well at Oracle Park, but he hasn't exactly torn it up. Looks like he really likes to hit at. Well, actually, he hasn't had much experience there, but really likes to hit at Cincinnati. So hey, if the Reds are interested in Bellinger, and trust me, he knows he crushes things. He's got 8 career home runs at the Reds in just 79 at bats. So, hey, don't be surprised if Kirk Bellinger goes to the Cincinnati Reds, because he has torn it up in Cincinnati in that little league park. I'd love to take batting practice there at that little park. That little 200-foot fence. It's actually bigger than that, but I'm just saying. Thank you guys so much for being here today. The San Francisco Giants are officially going to be signing Bob Melvin, unless something falls apart. Bob Melvin is coming to San Francisco. Seems like a Yankee type, kind of. So it is what it is. Hate to lose Jock. Yeah, I hate to lose Jock too, but Blue Jays, I don't think he'll be back. I don't think he'll be back. Thank you guys. I do appreciate it. The problem, I kind of got to get going. I don't know if I have time for an immaculate grid. I'm going to need serious help with an immaculate grid right now. I don't have time to screw up an immaculate grid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Royal, yeah, look at all these American League teams. Cubs, too. Cubs, White Sox. What about Sammy Sosa? Does Sammy Sosa count? Sammy Sosa. 2,000 plus career strikeouts. 2,000 plus career strikeouts. Wow. Jack Morris. This one's hard. KC. Oh, yes. Good one. Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson is correct. That is correct. Wally Joyner. That's a good one. I love it. Wally Joyner. You got it. That's correct. I mean, when I hear it, I know it. It's not like it's not like I don't know. I know the answer once I hear it. It's just hard to think of it. KC and Angels. We already got Wally Joyner, but that one is correct. That one is 100% correctamundo. We're going to go with Jack Morris for the strikeouts for the Tigers. And yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And Nolan Ryan. He doesn't have to have them all with the team, right? Nolan Ryan. Yes. And White Sox. Who is a beast pitcher who pitched on the White Sox who has over 2,000 career strikeouts? No, hell no, it's not 100%. It's not even close. I just had the procedure done this morning. Not even close. You know what I'm saying? It's not even close. It's actually, once the numb came off and it's still really sore around this whole area. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some serious freaking time. Can you guys help me out here? Royals, Tigers. Cubs, Tigers. Wait, Javi. Speaking of Javi Baez, huge difference, kids. Huge difference. Javi Baez. Yes, of course. We were just talking about him. And wait. White Sox. Bartolo Colon, 2,000 strikeouts. My man Bartolo Colon did pitch for the White Sox back in 2003-ish. Boom! Cubs, Angels. Don Sutton, did he pitch on the Cubs? Don Sutton pitch on the Cubs? Rich Hill. Okay. We need one more. KC and the Tigers. Thomas B is feeling it. Johnny Damon. Good job, guys. We did it. Johnny Damon, Andrew Benintendi, Mike Moustakas. I didn't think of him. Mike Moustakas. I forgot. I mostly remember him with the Angels and the Brewers and the Reds. Was he on the Angels right now? When did Mike Moustakas go to the Angels? He's on the Angels right now. That's why. I forgot that he ended up getting traded to the Angels. All right, good job, everyone. Bob Melvin, congratulations to the Giants for this move. Hopefully it works out. We're going to hope for the best, and I'm excited about it. It wouldn't have been my first pick necessarily, but not my last pick either. So shout out to the Giants for making a quick move, and that's all I got to say. Have a great day, everybody. I put a link to Humm Baby. I already put a link to Humm Baby prospects. I mean, Humm Baby prospects. Humm Baby Kings. Malone Labe, subscribe to Humm Baby Kings. I appreciate that. Here's the link. And you got to do some documentaries, some NBA documentaries over there. You know, I've been watching NBA since the 90s. You know, I'm not a total. I mean, I'm not into it like I am baseball, but I mean, I have some knowledge. Thank you guys again. We'll see y'all next time. Have a great day. Thank you so much for joining the program, and we'll see you.
There we go. And yes! Come on. Let's go. Boom! That's what I'm talking about!